Hey guys, and welcome back to Free Plugin Fridays, where we take a look at free plugins that you can download and use in your productions. Now today we are looking at something from Baby Audio that they did in a collab with Computer Music, which is a magazine if you're not aware, and it's called Baby Come Back. Now it is a delay plugin based on their bigger plugin, the Comeback Kid. It's kind of scaled down a little bit, but it still has some really cool features. Let's talk about some of the features and how this plugin works. So the main section here is where you control your delay. And so mainly you're controlling your delay time. And there's two general ways of getting the time that is based on your tempo. So it's subdivisions based on your tempo, or it's usually milliseconds or samples or some other kind of time measurement. So as you can see here, we have straight, dotted, triplet, and free. So if you know how many milliseconds, or you kind of want to not have subdivisions of your tempo, use free mode, and then you can use milliseconds to dial it in with this huge time control, which you can actually go all the way down to off and all the way up to 2500 milliseconds, so it's fairly long. By using any of these three, you're using subdivisions. So straight is your straight subdivisions, obviously. So you have from a 64th of a note all the way up to a whole note. And then you have dotted, which provides you a dotted version of that. And you have triplet, which provides you a triplet version of that. And these are the most common in nearly all delay plugins, especially that, go for a more modern thing. So we're going to stay with subdivisions nearly the whole time, but we may have a look at just a little bit of a slapback using the free, because it's cool just to check out slapback. And like I said, you have this time control that is kind of your main control for that. And you have feedback, which is also very important, controlling the feedback. There's no readout on what that feedback control does, but we'll have a listen to it. Then in the center, you can go for turn ping pong on, which means it's going to ping and pong from left to right instead of doing what it's doing. Now, this is a stereo delay, so I think in some settings it's mono, some it's stereo, which brings us to the next section, and this is the sound of the delay, and that is flavor. So you have various flavors you can turn on. Now, I do think off is no flavor, but the rest are selecting between them. They don't really go on together, if that makes sense. There are 4 different preset flavors. So you have wide, analog, saucy, and cheap. And obviously these have different filtering and other aspects, and that's really when you're going to get your cool sounds from. Then on the output, you have a ducker, which is really, really cool. It means it ducks when the source signal is going, and then releases, and you can hear the delay once that's stopped. Really useful for vocals and a few other sources where you don't want a very obvious delay that kind of muddies up the sound. But then when there is no sound, then you get this really nice kind of delayed sound. You have a dry output and a wet output, so you can actually control the volume of each. I put it on all the returns, then I'll turn the dry off because we want 100% wet. I've actually put it in series on lead vocals for this. So let's go through. I reckon what the best thing to do is just dial up some different delay times, have a look at it, and then go through these different flavors and see what these flavors do. On vocals, turn the ducker off. So this is just the vocals dry.
I don't know what
it is setting to reverb, but I've turned all the delay sends
but
off.
I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold here right next to you.
So quarter note, let's turn it on and have a listen.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue.
Turn the wet down a little bit.
Cold out in the wilderness.
Let's have a look at this feedback control. Obviously zero feedback is going to be just 1, I believe.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my
About halfway.
tongue 'cause it's so cold here right next to you.
Let's set it up. I don't know if it goes beyond 100%. We'll find out. Self-oscillation.
What to say, but I can't hold
That's
my
pretty
tongue.
feedbacky.
It's so cold out in the wilderness.
See how long that goes for? It's pretty good. Let's turn it up some more.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold here right next to you.
Turn up all the way. Does it go into self-oscillation? No, I think Paul just goes forever. So of course, with that much feedback, you can do some sound on sound, some really cool things. So let's have a look at the flavor. Now, what we might do is try them out, each one like this, 50-50, with a little bit of feedback, and then just listen to the wet signal, and then heaps of feedback, kind of like I just did them with the feedback loop, to see what it does to that feedback trail. Because a lot of these kind of flavor things, it filters each feedback as it keeps going and feeding back. So it gets more and more lo-fi, or gets more and more chorusy, or whatever. So let's try out, start off with wide.
I don't know what to say, but I
Stereo.
can't hold my tongue 'cause
Oh,
it's
lovely.
so
I love that kind of wide stereo. I always set that up in
next to you.
Echo Boy.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue.
Now this is an analog. Actually, first, yeah, we'll listen. We'll go through each one again with it fully wet. Let's do that. So this is an analog.
I don't know what to say,
Way more filtered, mono.
but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold here right next to you.
Cool for effects, which we'll use later for throws, and would be really nice on guitar, I reckon.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold out in the wilderness.
Okay, let's listen to Saucy.
I don't know what to say,
Lots of modulation and reverb. That'd be really good for the ambient stuff. We may actually put it on an ambient guitar, have a listen for that.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold.
This could be cool if you have it really short. Let's just try. I just want to quickly try it while we've got it.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold here right next to you.
Cool. Like, could use that as a doubling effect. Anyway, let's go back. And cheap.
I don't know what to say,
Real dark. Kind of noisy, I think. Yeah, it's got a lot of noise and maybe some like digital noise and distortion in there. Just another cool sound. Again, let's just listen to all of them with just the wet so we can really concentrate on it. Yeah, you can really hear that hashy noise in there. That's really cool. Maybe no feedback, just so we can just hear what's it doing.
I don't know what to say,
Let's go back to Saucy and listen to
I
that.
can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold out in the wilderness.
Short, maybe a plate or a spring. Sounds really cool.
I don't know what to say,
Seems to move a bit too.
I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so
Like it's rotating. It's really cool.
right next to you.
Analog again. So this is just wet, by the way.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold
There's still the
my
reverb
tongue
sound going,
'cause
just
it's
putting it out there.
so cold
Maybe we'll turn
out in
that
the
off.
wilderness. I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold here right next to
And
you.
wide, which I believe has different delay times, maybe some chorusing.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold out in the wilderness.
So let's hear what that does with a huge amount of feedback on it, just on a little section, because you're going to really then hear if anything's happening in those tails.
Out in the wilderness.
So that seems pretty consistent. Let's switch to analog. Yeah, that's getting more and more filtered as we go.
Out in the wilderness.
There's this resonance coming in. Okay, saucy.
Out in the wilderness.
It's subtle, does seem to change maybe.
Out in the wilderness.
So, what's going on in the tails? Well, the tails, the repeats, the feedback, however you want to put it, is not super aggressive. There does seem to be a little bit of change in analog, but everything else, it does seem to be kind of like it's not in the feedback loop, but still sounds really, really cool. Let's quickly check out the ducker and ping pong before putting on some other sources.
I don't know what to say,
Send that ducker up.
but I can't hold my
I'm gonna put it on wide because I like wide.
cold out in the wilderness.
So you can hear it coming in there. Let's dial it back a little bit.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold here right next to you.
Send up all the way, see what it does there.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue.
So
'cause
aggressive
it's
here.
So cold out in the wilderness.
So you dial that in, of course, how you want it, how it sits in the mix of and all that. But very cool feature to have and can get really aggressive, which is nice. Let's just quickly listen to, we'll go back to analog, just send you the mono ones and listen to the ping pong. Then we'll do some slapback.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold out in the wilderness.
Typical ping pong, not really anything special, it's just
I don't know what to say,
cool effect.
but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold here right next to you.
Oh, it's nice and chorusy on wide, I like it.
I don't know what to say.
So I'm going to dial in a slapback sound. So slapback's usually between about 50 and 110. Let's go about 40. Turn ping pong off.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my
Wide, that's
tongue
really
'cause
nice
it's
doubling
so
effect. Definitely can use that as a doubler. I like that.
out in the wilderness.
Better than a lot of double plugins, to be honest.
I don't know
Off.
what to say,
Kind of boring.
but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold here right next to you.
If you turn it down a lot, it's going to be more doubly, right? Down here.
I don't know what
Bit
to
flangy,
say,
but you can bring the wet down a little bit.
but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold
How much have we got ping pong
out
on?
in the wilderness.
Wonder if that makes it more stereo.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold here right next to
Okay,
you.
let's go analog and go real slapbacky.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold.
Analog's a little bit aggressively dark for me,
wilderness.
but it might be trying to do that kind of boss kind of analog delay thing.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so
Now you could do this
cold.
with the straight
You
say
let
and just
me
go
next to you.
16th to 32 note, 32/32 notes.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold out in the wilderness.
Okay, so I'm not going to put on a bunch of sources. We'll start off with the guitar, and then we'll put it on instead of the mix, like Echo Boy, which I had on the mix, and just listen to it all together. Could be quite interesting. Okay, so I have this guitar here called Wash. Let's put Baby Come Back on it. And I just wanted to see how the little saucy thing sounded on it. So I've muted the sends, and we're just going to have a listen to it on that. Let's turn this off. It's the bypass, that's what it is. Now let's listen to the delay. Saucy. Take the dry out. Sounds pretty cool, really. Just bring it wet down a little bit. Maybe a bit of ducking. Could make it a bit faster. Bypass. Definitely gives it heaps of cool ambience. Now I'm using like 4 sends normally for this. And this is kind of just cut it down to a single plugin, which is really, really cool. Maybe with ping pong as well. What does that sound like? Yeah, really interesting. So let's put it on a little bit. I'm just going to go to this chorus guitar. So this is just this section in the chorus. Now I wanted to really test out the dotted delays on this. Just see what it sounds like on the different flavors. Could really drive it up there. This is what it's like without it, by the way. A bit boring. What about straight quarter notes? Now you're not going to get the stereo in this because this is panned to the right. Maybe I'll pan it to the center so we can get the stereo notes in. So as a stereo enhancer, we can go from this, which does have a stereo chorus on it, to this. Or even ping pong. Oh, I like ping pong. And again, let's try saucy. That sounds massive. That's lovely. I like it. Ooh. Off. On. Just really atmospheric, really cool. Yeah. Okay, so again, the last thing I said we'll do is I'm going to replace all the delays with Baby Come Back, and we're going to listen to the whole mix together. Okay, so you can see here we have 3 different delays that I have on this track. We have vocal throw, which is the end of the chorus. We have a dotted delay, which is throughout the chorus, and we have a guitar delay, which pretty much all the guitars are sent to. And I've set them up a bit differently. I think the vocal throw would be analog, wide for the guitar delay, and again, wide for the dotted delay. Okay, so we have 3 different delays. We have vocal throw, guitar delay, and vocal dotted delay. So the vocal throw is at the end. It's obviously a throw. The vocal dotted delay is going in and out as well. And then we have the guitar delay, which nearly every single source of guitar, and there's a lot of tracks, is sent to that. So let's...
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold here right next to you. I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold out in the wilderness.
If I turn them off,
I don't know what to say, but I
might bring
can't hold my tongue 'cause
them
it's
up a little bit.
so cold.
Switch this to cheap. I'm going to switch them all back on.
I don't know what to say, but I can't hold my tongue 'cause it's so cold out in the
So that has been Baby Come Back. Now, is it the best delay ever? No. Is it pretty awesome for a free delay? Yes. Now, my only issues are really with the flavors, because you can just turn them on and off. You're kind of set with it. Now, both the analog and the cheap ones are a little bit dark for me when I want to go for that lo-fi thing, and the wide and saucy, I've got too much high end. I like that kind of megaphony delay thing. I think that's really cool for a throw. But of course, you could just use an EQ on, you know, without a flavor or whatever, and add your own flavor, maybe a bit of distortion. And there's other free plugins like dub delay that are probably better at doing that specific thing. This is really cool. It takes really the essence of their Comeback Kid and brings, I think it's called Comeback Kid, correct me if I'm wrong. But yeah, their delay plugin, and brings it in a free format that is quite versatile and has a lot of useful options and sounds pretty nice. Having the ducker and just having those wide and saucy flavors is awesome, especially for me who likes that kind of really ambient big guitar sounds and kind of, yeah, that big filling up kind of vibe. Those flavors really suit that. So go to the Baby Audio website, grab yourself Baby Come Back. Now, I'm not sure, I have a feeling they're only VST3. Now, most DAWs support VST3 these days, but if your DAW doesn't support VST3, unfortunately, you probably can't get these plugins. That is from memory, but that might be different now. So do check the website, try it out for yourself, and as always, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.